Mm. What's good? Anybody that's on, if you're in the Discord, I put a link. I put an invite link if you want to be a guest, like we did last time. Be taking 5 minute guests. Links in the Discord. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Happy Friday. Thank you, uh, the Vu, the Vu. Oh man, I got some nausea right now. I took some vitamins on an empty stomach, and that shit tore me up. That shit tore me up, man. I ate afterwards, and hopefully I don't throw up all my food. I took medicine and some vitamins on a completely empty stomach, man. Got me over here feeling like I'm pregnant off a one night stand and shit. Just nauseous. What's up, Professor? Oh, man, my glasses are all crooked and everything. Yeah, so I got the nausea going on, and my blood sugar's all messed up because it's like what 6 o'clock out here, and I barely just ate. I barely ate my first meal of the day. 5:45. So at 5:30, I ate my first meal of the day. Anyways, though, yeah. So I need to get myself together before I roll something up or something, man. I'm nauseous and I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm super tired. The new farm bill. I mean, there's still steps before it actually becomes a thing, but if this new amended farm bill ends up passing, then basically um Delta 8 and THCA and HHC and all of that is going to be officially, explicitly illegal. So companies won't be able to sell type 1 flour. They won't be able to sell altnoids, nothing like that. And it is going to create it's going to create some kind of issue with regular CBD flour, possibly just because I'm sure they're going to set just an arbitrary limit on like total THC. So even on type 3 CBD dominant flower, I don't know. I'm not super worried about that because I feel like with CBD flower, if people just do the 30-day pre-harvest test, it should be completely fine. Any type of type 3 flower that's tested 30-day pre-harvest, it's always under like that 0.3% delta 9. So even if they change that to like a 0.3% total THC, because what they really want to do is get rid of people selling just regular weed online. And so they're going to change the language so that total THC is included in that so that people can't skirt by and try to make up some hoo-ha about THCA not being Delta 9 THC. But like I said, there's still steps until that passes. And if it does pass, I'm not too worried about it with the CBD dominant flower. I'm mostly concerned with um um well, I guess I'm not really concerned, but it's gonna affect the people that are selling altnoids and type 1 flower. That's really what it's going after. My highest rated bud of the year so far, my highest rated bud of the year so far would be I don't know. Does it something that had to have been dropped this year, or just something that has been available this year? Because number one for me is still going to be the Blues Airy from Type 3. The Blues Airy from Type 3. The Critical Berries from Cowden is definitely up there. The Critical Berries from Cowden is definitely up there. That's in like the top 5 best stuff out right now. R2Z2 from Type 3 is also up there. Darkseeker OG from Type 3 is also up there. I would say Lemon Fade from Beliefer is up there. Probably Grape Tape from Beliefer. I haven't tried this last batch, but the one before that I tried, the Grape Tape, was hot fire. But if you want something that's available right now, definitely the Critical Berries from Cowden. Can't go wrong with that. I got some of it right. I think I got some of it right here. Yeah. Here's the Critical Berries from Cowden right here, in case anybody missed that video. This is hot fire. Hot fire. The way I describe this would be, my bad, I'm over here popping the lid. The way I describe this is like strawberry lemonade and diesel. Or you could describe it as like strawberry chem, like a strawberry chemical scent and strong diesel. Is super, super nice. Yeah, that's hot fire. That's hot fire. And this is available right now. So if you're looking for something that you could go buy right now, that's a good one. You can't go wrong. And you could use my coupon code is just Shabazz at Cowden and get a discount on that. It's already hella cheap too. Have I came across? Wait, hold on. Yeah, Type 3 should probably be fine. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Dro? What's up, Terp Supreme? It's just, yeah, it's a Type 1 and Type 2. Irish Blue, have I came across any purple CBD? Yeah, there's been purple CBD that's came out over the years. Is it good or not is a different question, but there's purple CBD, there's purple. Here's some Wesley's Wish from East Fork, super purple. Now, does this smell like GDP or purple Urkel or anything like that? No, but it's purple CBD flower. You asked. This is across a Hindu Kush. That's where it gets the purple from. I'm trying to get a little exchange, a little genetics exchange going on between East Fork and Type 3 and really get this like, powered up. That's the Wesley's Wish from East Fork. Really purple. Well, I think I got such big nugs in this because this is actually 2 different like batches. I got a 7-gram bag, and then I got another 7-gram bag, and I just put them all in this jar. But they're not all big. It's just so look, there's a bias going on right here, right? Like these nugs look big. I smoke all the small nugs first because I don't like breaking up big nugs. And I know it's stupid because I'm gonna end up having to smoke them anyways, but I'm just that type of person where I can't bring myself to do it. So my biggest nugs and stuff, I always leave those for the very last. So these are literally the biggest nugs I had. All of them, everything else in the half zip I had was smaller than that. Yeah, legendary OG. There's some legendary OG that's definitely purple. If you want purple, you could get anything crossed with Alpenglow, that's gonna be super, super purple. Is gonna smell like super, super trash. But it's gonna be hella purple. You could get Alpenglow, you could get legendary platinum OG, the platinum OG, which is the no, yeah, the legendary platinum OG. That's the legendary OG crossed with Alpenglow. You can get a lot of Pink Panthers, purple, Shaolin Temple, all that shit. Less trash. Andaway Gardens got a new purple strain out that I haven't smoked yet. If you're on my Patreon though, you've seen it. It's looking pretty fire. Man, I've vaped Alpenglow, I've smoked it, I've snorted it, I've fucking ate it, mainlined it. I've done everything with Alpenglow, and it's just trash. Alpenglow smells like dollar store ladies perfume. Like it's no, it don't smell purple at all. Alpenglow smells like flowers, like literal real like flowers, like rose petals, like daisies and sunflowers and shit, like actual flowers mixed with old women, like old lady, elderly woman perfume. That's exactly, it's floral perfume, is nasty, is it's nah. What's up, type three? Tony Osa, are we ever gonna get to meet Mrs. Shabazz? She made a cameo in the if you watch my vlog with me and her, we fucking we went on a little Disneyland date. But for sure though, eventually I'm when I do these lives and stuff, it's because I'm away from her and my kids and stuff, and I have a time of peace and quiet. So that's a um but yeah. You could if you yeah, she's on that Disneyland vlog I did. Boxers or briefs. I wear briefs. I don't like boxers because I don't like how they ride up all the way up. Like you wear boxers all day and you got to keep pulling them down and shit. They ride up to the waistband. No, I like briefs. I like to be form fitted. Colored pencils. Iris said I was looking for something similar to GDP in a CBD though. Currently doesn't exist. All right, well, technically it existed before. There were some abacus crosses that were kind of GDP ish. But it doesn't really exist at this time. There's people working on it. Like I said, I'm trying to get some genetics exchanges going on. There's some stuff that's like halfway there, like the Andaway Gardens. They got something that's kind of halfway there. And if they could get a clone on over to Type 3 cannabis, we could get a true like GDP purple Urkel thing going on. Because I love the classic perk, that skunky purple candy, or not. It's not even purple candy. It's just it's artificial purple smell. It just has that smell because it don't smell like actual grapes. It just smells purple, right? It's that artificial purple. I you she Sis said cake or pie. So I really like cake, right? Like especially the Costco chocolate on chocolate on chocolate fudge cake. I really like cake, but but a good Dutch apple pie with whipped cream on top is really good. All right. Dr. Truth Teller, am I the only one that's not too impressed with Holy City's flavor? Yeah, Holy City, I just feel like Holy City, they have some quality control issues because of the volume that they put out. I just feel like maybe everything is not cured or dried or stored as well as it could be. Um, but some stuff is an exception though. The strawberry abacus is one. The cosmic cake. Both of those have really good flavor. Those are my two favorite strains from Holy City. Um, so you want to check those out? Check those out. Use code We Love Shabazz. Love spelled LUV, all caps. Type 3 said Baz about to be inside Texas Day, Brazil in 15 minutes. You want to? Oh! You're gonna be inside Texas Day, Brazil. I see that. Yeah, the guest link is in the Discord chat for people who want to join. Yeah, the strawberry abacus from Holy City is look, put it like this: the strawberry abacus is way danker than any of the type twos that Holy City's ever put out. Because type Holy City, they got crosses, they got type 2 crosses with like some like pretty heavy type 1 material, right? Like some good genetics. But they crossed it back to like their blueberry and Suver haze and all this, and so like all of that shit like really watered it down. The strawberry abacus though packs a punch that is loud. Strawberry abacus is a type of strain where you open up the jar like this and somebody across the house would be like, God damn, it's one of those. Damn, dude, man, this shit is so gassy. Mm, mm, almost smells too good to be true. I gave type 3 a bunch of classic abacus seeds. So maybe we'll get some abacus. You know what I've been missing? You know what I really want that hasn't been available for a long time and is one of my all-time favorite CBD strains is Abacus Diesel. Y'all who've been in the game for at least 2-3 years, you know about Abacus Diesel. Abacus Diesel was the first diesel smelling hemp strain. And I haven't had any good Abacus Diesel in years. Probably almost 3 years since I had a good Abacus Diesel. Abacus Diesel was fire. Abacus Diesel will stand up with anything today. Can y'all imagine Abacus Diesel grown by type 3 cannabis? I want either type 3 cannabis or Cowden to get their hands on some Abacus Diesel clones or seeds or something. That will be fire. I need a whole zip. Abacus Diesel was hot fire. Yeah, I used to smoke hella type 1. I used to smoke type 1. I used to sell type 1. I just gradually got more and more sensitive to it. Like by my mid 20s, it was just no, dude. By the time I was like, let me think. What was like 2018, 2019? I was like 26 maybe. So by the time I was like 25, 26, no, yeah, but yeah. Yeah. By the time I was like 26, 27, I couldn't do type 1 at all. Just couldn't. Yeah, I use the Lobo all the time. I vape. So like I tell everybody, I vape everything I have as well as smoking it, right? Because you get certain flavor out of the vaporizer that you don't get from combusting, and you get certain flavor from combustion that you don't get out of the vaporizer. So I recommend everybody smoke and vape your favorite strains, right? But I use the Crafty Plus, the Lobo, and my ball vape all the time. Those are the 3 vapes I use. The Lobo is still hitting strong as it was day one. Robert Chavez said you got to give type 1 a chance. So there's actually a science to it. There's for people like me that are physiologically THC sensitive, there's no chance at building a tolerance because my body's physiological response to THC is a massive release of like cortisol and adrenaline and stuff that makes it a bad experience every time. And so there's no amount of building up a tolerance when your body physically reacts negatively to it. I'm in California. Yeah, Abacus Diesel. We need to start a petition to bring back Abacus Diesel. That needs to be in several people's lineups. I want a whole zip of it. I want to carry around a jar of it. Some living soil. Abacus Diesel will be hot fire. Dr. Truth Teller said, back in 98, my buddy's uncle grew skunk #1 and it's still in my memory. Where the hell can we find anything like that? So in the type 1 world, you could get skunky, but so, especially here in California, a lot of people smoke really skunky, like OG Kush strains. They're just, if y'all live in the country and you drive by a skunk roadkill, you know what that's like. And that's what the weed people smoke out here. Out here, people either smoke that straight skunk, where it just smells like there is a decomposing skunk in a ditch somewhere nearby, or they smoke that straight Persian jewelry store owner, like the Persian dude who just took a shower in Drakkar Noor that morning. Just burns your nose hairs off cologne. That's what everybody's smoking. It's either overwhelming cologne or skunk out here. Oh, that's dope. ASPKT said he's wearing the same shirt as me. That's what's up, Growing Reality. Tommy Chong's Nano THC, haven't tried it. Do I know anything about the Wipeout they're dropping soon? Yeah. I've had the Wipeout from Cowden several times. I actually had the Wipeout from Cowden before he even went retail in my 10K subscriber giveaway. Did I just say giveaway? My 10K subscriber giveaway, Cowden was actually one of the sponsors, and he sent me flour to include in my giveaway to all of the winners. And one of the strains was actually the Wipeout. For not being like a gassy, dank strain, is actually not bad. It kind of reminds me of like Pacific Cooler Capri Sun. It's got a kind of a modern ocean spray and like an ocean breeze and fruit type of a smell. It's not bad. It's got a little bit of musk to it too. You already know when that drops. Before it drops, you'll see it on the Patreon, full pictures and everything. Violent Tree said, "Hey, I'm from Discord. I got that Lost Oak Farms Royal OG and Bubba Kush 5'9". Thank you so much for putting me on, gang." Yep. Yeah. For outdoor, you're on a budget, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with Lost Oak Farms. I actually recommend you go back and pick up that Bubba Kush 12. If you like Kush, get that Bubba Kush 12. Yeah, Rick Simpson oil, RSO. That's pure medicine. I don't know if they still do with Natural Nugs. Natural Nugs sold a Type 3 RSO. I did a video on it. Sith said, "What do you do when you want to get a little bit more buzz? Since the Type 1 is a no-go for you." I'm mixing some hash usually, some hash or some keef. That usually does the trick. Really takes it to the next level without inducing any sort of anxiety or panic. And that's why the Lil Smokies Panzer Harvest are so fire. If there's anybody in here, you haven't tried the Lil Smokies, stop what you're doing, go order them right now. They're available on pharmaextracts.com. If you can't find the website, the link is on the link is in the link is in my bio on Instagram, and it's in the description of all my videos. It's also on my website, shabazz420.com. Go get the Lil Smokies Panzer Harvest. It's all Kush indica strains mixed with hash made from the same strain. So it's a super potent Type 3. It's Type 3, CBD dominant. It doesn't get you high, but it's super potent indica effects, all right? So if you got pain, if you got stress, if you want to go to sleep, smoke one of them bad boys, maybe even a half of one of them bad boys. You're done. Pick up some Shabazz Moon Rocks while you're at it too. It's on the same website. Dr. Truth Teller said, I can't handle THC anymore. I freak the fuck out like somebody like out of the Yep. Iris says, so is type 3 or is it similar to CBD? I'm not sure what you're asking, man. If you I don't know what you're asking. Terry, man, Shabazz, much love. Man, I appreciate the appreciation, man. Much love to you. You keep them talking, gotta roll and smoke. I don't know if you're telling me you're gonna roll and smoke or I need to roll and smoke. Alexander, the Mega Mac from Beliefer. I don't mess with no banana Mac crosses, man. I had one too many bad experiences messing around with that. Patrick, go click on the link in the Discord. Obviously, I don't have any guests going on right now, so go click on the link in the Discord, the invite link. Yeah, Royal OG. So if y'all had Royal OG from Ellie Hu in 2022, it was way more of a OG Kush profile than this new Royal OG. So like the Royal OG from Lost Oak and Goat Ridge and Ellie Hu from this last harvest is super sweet, and it just has a hint of that like skunky, diesely OG smell. But it's still got some potential. Super heavy indica. Can somebody else try the link and see if it works? Because Patrick is saying that the invite link didn't work. So one of y'all in the Discord, go click on the link and send a request to try to join. I want to see if it's not working for everybody. But that's a good question, Egal Diesel. So Egal Diesel said, Shabazz, does it matter how much type 3 flower you smoke? Like, will huge amounts cause you any negative effects? No, no. The amount of CBD just compounds. And no matter how much of it you smoke, you never get enough THC to cause any negative effects because you just keep getting more and more CBD. So let's just say you're smoking a strain, you smoke a joint of something that's 0.7% THC and 15% CBD, and you smoke 2 joints of it. Technically, the potency of that would be 30% CBD and 1.4% THC. You smoke a 3rd joint of it back to back. Now you're at 45% THC and 2.1%. So you see what I'm saying? The CBD keeps piling up in proportion to the THC. So no matter how much you smoke, as long as you're smoking that same ratio of CBD dominant flower, you'll never get negative. And not only that, but with any cannabinoids, right? With any cannabis, if you're smoking a bunch of the same thing, the effects plateau. That's why it's stupid when you see people with like type 1 flower with regular weed and they're rolling like 2-gram backwoods. Like before they even get halfway through that backwood, they already have gotten as high as they could possibly get from that. And all the rest is just going to waste. Um, yes, it's Lost Oak Farms got a deal. If you use code Shabazz at checkout, you get 50% off and you get a free. What do you get, y'all? You get a free like a half ounce or a free 1/4 ounce or a free half ounce of another strain. Is anybody trying to join? I need to know if that link, because I don't think I can oh, what? Remove guest. That was odd. Patrick, try to join now. That's strange. Yeah, free half of BK59. Yeah, so if y'all shop with Lost Oak Farms right now, use code Shabazz. You get 50% off your order and you get a free half zip of Bubba Kush 59. Alexander said the Kush loops from Lost Oak Farms made me feel super depressed. Do you know why that is? Also, what would you recommend if you can tolerate some THC but you want to stay? The Kush loops, I don't know, man. Maybe you just don't do so hot with a heavy indica like that. Maybe it depresses your bodily functions too much and you just feel kind of low energy and stuff. I would recommend if you want some THC, smoke type 2. What's up, Pat? Yeah, I went and I clicked on this button and it said remove guest, but I didn't have a guest, so it must have been a glitch.
Word. I'm on my way to Texas State, Brazil.
Nice.
Yes, sir. What are you
Yeah, you
doing?
gotta. I need some of them lamb chops, man.
Oh, dude, I'm about to go eat at least conservatively a dozen of them.
Yeah, some of the mashed potatoes and some of the lamb chops. And what else was really fire, man? What else they have was really fire. I think it was the spicy picanha or whatever. Man, fire though. Grape Kool Aid. Oh, what's up, Spike? Huh? You're cutting out.
Ah, shit, my bad. I was asking you, what are you about to smoke?
Oh man. I took one of what is that shit called, the vitamin, the
Yeah,
genomics or
Pure
whatever.
Genomics. Pure
I took
Pure Encapsulations is the brand, and then that formula is Pure Genomics.
Yeah, dude, I took one on a completely empty stomach and I was driving like holding myself from vomiting.
Bro, I told you. I told you beforehand.
I,
Well,
I wasn't thinking. I just popped one in my mouth and before I left the house and like I'm driving, I'm like, oh my, like I know I'm not sick. I haven't eaten anything today, and I just feel like, oh man, dude, the worst nausea ever. Like just the strong desire to throw up.
yeah, it's bad. You have to take it with food. I mean, it's got the B vitamin complex in there and damn near everything, and it'll throw off the fucking pH of your stomach without some food to buffer it.
Well, lesson learned.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. Was that the first time you took it?
no, I've been taking it for a few days. That was just the
Okay,
first time I took it, I guess, on an empty stomach.
that's why your skin looks so good. You're just
um, Gallards, do you prefer to smoke or vape? I prefer to smoke 100%. Make combustion great again. No, Spike, we're talking about the pure encapsulations. What was it? The genomics, pure genomics.
yeah, Pure Genomics. That's a formulation I take because I have a few of the MTHFR methylation SNPs, and I think when I ran your DNA, I think you had one or two of them. So I figured why not?
It has all the good stuff in it. It's got all the vitamin B, C. It got the magnesium, potassium, zinc, all that stuff.
I mean, for fucking $40 a bottle, it better. That shit is expensive.
Bro, that
Uh,
shit tastes like Purina puppy chow though.
yeah, it's not good. That's how you know it's good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Which product? What? Spike. We literally said it. It's the pure encapsulations, pure genomics formula.
Yeah,
Spike's over there trying to
it's
borrow
a
his mom's debit card right now.
it's just a multivitamin, Spike, but it's formulated for people with methylation issues because it focuses more on the B complexes and the specific forms of B that you need if you have a deficiency in methylation. But anyway, look, hey, I'm about to go in here. It's going to be loud as fuck. I just wanted to say hi. And what are you about to smoke?
I don't know. I was saying I just finished eating so I could like cool my stomach down. I'll probably roll up some critical berries right now or a little combo
Fuck yeah.
something. I was thinking about some of this Wesley's Wish with some R2Z2 maybe. I don't know.
Man, I saw Cowden in the chat earlier on Discord. If you're not in the Discord, go join it. That's the place to be. But Cowden was talking about all the different phenos of critical berries he had and that how he's selecting his keepers and shit. And I just want to say, Patrick Cowden, if you hear this, the one you sent Baz, I already know you know it's a keeper, but that shit is a keeper for sure. That was fire.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll let you do your thing. I'm probably gonna be watching while I eat dinner, so I really want to see the Discord people join. Um, Tony's due for another a showing. It would be great to get Spike in here. Dro would be amazing. Guys, please click that link, man. Give me
No, yeah, we need to
something
get
dope to
everybody.
watch.
Yeah, we need a Tilo freestyle. We
Yeah,
need
bro. We need
something from
Alex to
Spike.
come in here and talk about ratios or mold or something. Dro's gonna say some crazy shit. I mean, come on. All right, I'm going in, man. I want to see some good shit. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right,
Later, man.
later. Okay, so y'all, so I figured out the problem. So if y'all were trying to join the live, there was a glitch. And so now you could join the live. So yeah, so if you're in the Discord, I put the invite link in the Discord chat. So feel free to request while we're doing this. Alexander said, "I love the Royal OG. What other strains are good on Lost Oak or Believer?" Yeah, so go to Lost Oak, use code Shabazz. You get half off, and you get a free half ounce of BK59. So you get to try the BK59, and I recommend. Would you say you love the Royal OG? I recommend you get the Bubba Kush 12 and the Kush Loops. And then you get the free half of the BK59. And then you got more than half of the whole lineup right there. Captain Crazy said, "Love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate you. Any recommendations for a type 2, 10 to 1-ish CBD, THC, herb, or cart?" Yeah, Akira Botanicals. Akira Botanicals has carts, live resin carts that are various ratios. They got some just like that. Use code Shabazz24 for a discount because they're kind of expensive. So hold on, let me just make sure. Yeah. So y'all join up. I want to see some requests come in. Spike, Anthony, Dro, somebody. Let's get them requests rolling in. Come on. Um, what's your name? Galerts424. Have you tried the raw cigarette rolling machine? It rolls perfect joints so easily and only costs like $5. Are you talking about the hand roller? Because I've used those I used those since I was out of diapers, man. Since I was potty trained, I've been using those. Um, I mainly smoke cones now, so I get like, let me see. I get raw black cones, or lately I've been smoking a lot of these right here, the raw. These are the raw 70/30. So they're like 2/3 the size of a regular cone. Yeah, because it's not half. It's like half of a king size, or like 2/3 the size of a regular cone. And I like cones. They smoke the best. Lucas Colston says, "Is there any plans to expand upon your own hemp product line?" Yes, there is. We are gonna have some really cool products coming later this year. Working on one right now. Working on a really cool collaboration. So obviously, as y'all know, we got the Lil Smokies and we got the Shabazz Moon Rocks currently available, and working on another smokable product right now, as well as coming up with a formulation for some medicinal gummies. And the medicinal gummies will be I'll have a CBD dominant one, and I'll also have a 1-to-1 option. So that's for people that really, the 1-to-1 is really gonna be for people that really need that real relief, because the I could be like everybody else and just release some like 10 milligrams straight Delta 9 THC gummies, just some standard edibles, but y'all know that's not what I'm about. What I am about is using cannabis as medicine and everything. So yeah, so I'll be doing some 1-to-1 gummies, which will be real medicinal, right? If you need, if you're a type 2 type of person, you need that pain relief, or you need appetite encouragement, or you need help sleeping and anything like that. Those are gonna be great for you. Um, So yeah, and then of course, always thinking about what the next formulation is going to be for the next round of Little Smokies. But the Pangier Harvest are going to be they're going to be around for a while. I really like them. I really like the hash infusion. The effects are really good. Um, I really like that. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to fight the hiccups right now. So if you didn't know, the Little Smokies Pancher Harvest, all of the flower that is in those Little Smokies, I personally inspected the plants while they were growing before harvest. So besides everything else, but the Pancher Harvest, what makes them extra dope is like it's just the material used and everything. So those are going to stay around. We're going to keep making those and everything. I haven't tried the RVR yet, y'all. I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna try it on video first. So like 9 times out of 10, if I try a new strain, I'm gonna do it on video. Legal Diesel said, "I highly appreciate how you interact with the community. I've tried to reach out to other weed tubers and they don't even talk to their fans. Just trying to make money." Yeah, look, if I was doing this to make money, then I'd be wasting my time. Tony you got the nice tobacco? Nice. Huh? Nice tobacco. No. You like shit, you smoke weed, you do none drugs. You a lighter? No. You smoke drugs. She got one drug in there, it's called bitter. What the fuck? I'm in Compton right now, y'all. Man. Crackhead that just came up to my window. Hell to the no. But yeah, I don't do this to make money though, y'all. Like literally the only thing I do to make money you see is like me selling like the Little Smokies and stuff, and that's direct. As far as me making videos and giving you my opinions and recommendations to buy stuff, I don't do no I don't let nobody pay me to do reviews. So if I go on a video and I tell y'all something's good, I'm giving you my honest opinion. If I tell you it's trash, I'm giving you my honest opinion. So that way you know that if I'm saying I like something or that you should buy something, it's legitimate. The only ways that I try to financially compensate myself for the channel is the ways that are obvious, right? So you could buy the Moon Rocks, you could buy the Little Smokies, you could join my Patreon, or you could buy my merch. Those are the main ways, and that's the way I try to like supplement, the offset the costs of creating content, because it not only does it cost money to create content. I'd say the most expensive thing is the time, the amount of time it takes, and that's time that obviously I'm not working or doing other things, and so that's the way I try to offset that cost. But I don't do no paid reviews or anything like that. I'm not getting no requests to join the live, y'all. I have to start banning people from the Discord because this isn't in the spirit. Death 777, man, this is quite the comment. He said, "Will you ever review anything more from Jackson Wellness? I've only seen your one video 3 years about them. I just bought some Delta 8 Bubba Kush from them, and they seem pretty legit now." Insert what's the dude's name? Reverend Funkle or whatever. Hell no to the no, hell to the no. Bro, first of all, I was going to check out Jackson Wellness right when they switched to regular weed. And then yeah, dude, anything that's Delta 8 flower is sprayed using solvents. You got to take a L on that and throw that shit in the trash because that is highly toxic. Cryogenic infusion, unless they got videos of them doing that, I wouldn't believe it. And even if they do cryogenic infusion, do they have full heavy metals and solvents tests on their Delta 8 that they use to make that infusion? Alexander said, "How do you make sure you're not overdoing a session? The reason I stayed away from THC is from a compulsion to smoke more, which led to side effects." So here again, so I addressed this before. So the good thing about CBD flower, you can smoke till the cows come home. Honestly, I chain smoke, and the effects plateau, and it's CBD dominant, so you don't ever get high. You can't really overdo it. The only way that you could technically overdo it is if you're smoking up all your stuff and you don't got money to buy more. Other than that, though, if you got money or you sitting on ounces or pounds or something, smoke up, smoke more. Xander said, "I'm not touching anything that touches, or I'm not smoking anything that touches that box thing the industry uses." What box thing? I don't know what box thing you're talking about. Here's a good question right here. All right. Lucas Costa said, "What is your?" Hold on. Let me get my grinder and my rolling tray out, man. Before I people keep talking about I'm not smoking them. See, oh no, this lighter. I need to refill this lighter. The Bridge Burner said that's pointless to smoke CBD to each their own. It's absolutely not pointless. That's why everybody's here on this live right now. That's why everybody who watches my videos watch my videos, because they want to be able to use cannabis without a panic-inducing high. It's not pointless at all. No, you know what I'm gonna smoke right now? Check it out. I'm gonna smoke the Wisconsin guava. Is Tony still on here? I'm gonna roll up a 70-30 of the Wisconsin guava. Um, Let me go back up and answer that question though. So Lucas, what the hell is this? There's some old flour on this. We'll just throw that out. Lucas said, what is your business relationship with Type 3 Cannabis, and do you feel like they will be an exclusive seller of your products, or are there plans to release your products with more vendors? So that's what I was saying is a really good question, right? So my business relationship, so I actually don't have a business relationship with Type 3 Cannabis. I have a business relationship with the owner of Type 3 Cannabis. He has another company called Pharma Extracts. I have a business relationship with Pharma Extracts, and it's more of a collaboration because this smells really good. Patrick was saying this smells like purple train wreck, and I think after having it for a few days, I could definitely see that now more. Um, the business relationship I have with Pharma Extracts is that they um, fulfill all of my moon rocks, and now the Lil Smokies, and they'll be doing like the gummies that I'm talking about when those come to fruition. Um, they'll be the ones who will be creating all of that and sending it out. So that's the relationship that I have with Pharma Extracts, which is the other company owned by the owner of Type 3 Cannabis. As far as Type 3 Cannabis that goes, though, I don't have any uh, business relationship or deal. Like, um, you know, y'all see, I don't even have an affiliate code for them. I don't even have a discount code for Type 3 Cannabis. So again, when I tell y'all that the Type 3 flower is the best, or that one of their strains is the best or something, I'm being for real. Because if you go buy it, I'm not getting a kickback from your purchase. And anybody else in this chat or on the Discord or whatever can confirm what I'm saying is true. I'm not shilling for anybody or anything. Even if y'all see, um, I get more personal with certain company owners like Patrick from Type 3 or Jesha from Lost Oak Farms, or one time Mike from WNC CBD. I spent a day. I spent an afternoon with him out here in LA, and we chilled and talked and drank coffee and stuff. I could get to know people more and be on a more personal, friendly basis. That doesn't mean I'm going to have a bias for them or shill their stuff or anything like that. That's just not me. Now, another thing I think is worth saying is that you're not going to see me associating with people that grow or sell trash. So yeah. You see my friends in the industry and stuff. Um, you could rest assured that they provide some good quality stuff, because I'm not gonna, unless it's somebody I already knew before. But come on now. At the end of the day, I'm just really passionate about getting high quality CBD dominant flower to the people. So if I feel like somebody's not sharing that passion with me, and they're just in it to try to make money, or they don't know what they're doing or talking about, I really don't have. There's no common ground right there. As far as the hemp goes, sure, we could be friends in other aspects or whatever. But if I'm gonna be friends with somebody in the hemp world, it's got to be because uh, they have similar motives and goals and interests with me, which is to just bring really high quality CBD flower to the people, so that if you're THC sensitive, you can still enjoy high quality, good smelling, and good tasting cannabis without getting high. Galert said, "I've been following you for a while, and before I found your channel, I only smoked THC, but it was too strong for me. You were my introduction to CBD. Thank you. It was so much better for me. Yeah, you're welcome, and that's why I make my videos. I'm just trying to introduce CBD flower to as much of the world as I can." Terp adding machine, that's kind of wild. Talking about them spray packs they got out there in New York. Dr. Truth Teller said, "I gotta be honest, I had to adjust to the buzz on CBD flower when I first started 2 years ago. After a 15-year break, the buzz would be sketched for a minute until I got used to it." Yeah, if you got some strong CBD flower, the initial come up of the effects feels similar to when you're about to get high. You just never get high. It never reaches that point. Alexander said, "How often do you smoke type 2? Would you recommend it still for somebody who occasionally enjoys THC?" I don't personally smoke type 2. Type 2 is too strong. It's too much THC. Type 2 still gets you high, it just doesn't get you as high. But if you're somebody who still occasionally enjoys THC and you just want to have a middle ground, I really recommend type 2. Type 2 is I think type 2 is naturally what cannabis is supposed to do for people. It has the widest range of cannabinoids and effects. Um, Type 2 is definitely where it's at. What's up, B White? The Bridge Burner says smoking Reggie packs in 2024 is crazy. That is crazy. Who's smoking Reggie packs? It ain't me. I'm smoking the Wisconsin Guava, Anthony. Blueberry made my mouth water the first time I vaped it. Yep. Blueberry got all the taste. The Bridge Burner. Been with the Cali gas for 2 decades. Bro, do you not understand? I am in Southern California myself. I know all about the Cali gas. I used to sell it, grew it a little bit. Yeah, counter contest for the Type 3 world. That would be dope. That would be really dope if we could get an actual hemp cup that's actually decided by people that know about hemp and know what they're talking about. That would be nice. Yeah, spray packs is crazy. Um, Lucas said, recommendation of good quality is a factor of authenticity. I'd say that's why we're fans, because we know you recommend only the best. Let's not forget how many times products have sold out from Shabaz's. I think he was saying from Shabaz's recommendation. I think that's a sign of someone who did it for a love for the culture and to give more exposure to good vendors. Yeah. Yeah. If I tell you something's good, it's because I genuinely think it's good personally. Yeah, Xander. Yeah, you get all the hallmarks of being high, right? Your eyes could get low. It doesn't really make your eyes bloodshot. That's one thing that CBD flower will never do. Your eyes will only get bloodshot if you are actually high. That is a symptom of only a high THC exposure. But you get the munchies, you get all the effects. You just don't lose control of your mind. Oh, that's what he was talking about. The box. He was talking about the High Times box, I think. Yeah, the High Times Hemp Cup Judges Kit, hot trash. Hot trash. Hot trash. Really disappointing. Really disappointing. Just the fact that like I said in the video, companies pay High Times to enter that. So High Times is already getting like $500 or something from the company. And then the company has to provide like 100 samples or like a pound of flour or something for them to send out. And then if you want to get one of those boxes and be a judge, you have to buy it from High Times. So High Times is getting paid to sell other people's flour. And this Wisconsin guava has a good taste to it. The name Wisconsin guava it fits it from the point of a lineage, but it don't fit it in the smell and taste at all, because this is a much more purpley, lavender, floral smelling and tasting strain. It don't have the guava at all. I don't think that any cannabis will affect your brain negatively in the long run. I like to see research and long-term science that proves that is not affiliated with pharmaceutical companies in any way. Legal Diesel said, I haven't watched for as long as some people, but since I started watching you, that is the worst thing I've seen you open. Yeah, I knew that it was gonna be I knew it was gonna be crappy since before I even got it. Like I said in the video, I always want to get the High Times hemp cup boxes, not to get the flour that's in them, but just to showcase what it's all about, so that all of y'all who watch can really make a decision. Like, so whoever wins that and they're advertising like, oh yeah, we won the High Times hemp cup, we won the High Times hemp cup. Does that really mean anything? You know, how do we get you on Joe Rogan to campaign for the Type 3 world? I don't know. I imagine it's really hard to get on Joe Rogan. I'm sure it's probably just invite only. There's other podcasts that aren't so extreme that I want to get on, such as the like Dope is Yola. Even though he's a controversial figure, I really don't care about that. I more so want to use a platform as a way to get the word out about Type 3 flower. Alexander said, people are getting addicted to cannabis, mostly type 1. What are your thoughts? That's physically impossible. In order to get addicted to a substance, the requirements for addiction would mean that your body gets a physical dependence on it. So when people do methamphetamine, or they do heroin or fentanyl or crack, what they do is they do the drug so much that their brains can no longer produce serotonin and dopamine without those drugs in the system. And without serotonin and dopamine, your body cannot function, your organs cannot function. And that is a physical addiction. It gets to the point where you have to have the drugs, otherwise you get physically sick and you may die. Cannabis doesn't do that to you. It's physically impossible. Now, you said a psychological addiction. That's a very debatable thing. Is there a such thing as psychological addiction? Where's a cutoff line? Where does a habit and a psychological addiction begin. I don't like using terms like that because a physical addiction to a narcotic is a physical thing. It is a physiological thing that we can witness and observe and understand how it works. A psychological addiction, I don't know if it's really an addiction because one could simply say you could choose to just not do something. There's nothing physically compelling you to do it like a physical addiction. So I don't believe or repeat any information that cannabis is addictive in any way. It doesn't affect your body like that. Do people abuse it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But does that mean that they abuse it because if they don't, they're going to have a seizure? They're going to be dope sick? They're at the risk of death? No. They abuse it because they want to. They like it. They like getting high. I would say that things like eating addictions are even stronger psychological addictions than anything cannabis related. So when you see people who are morbidly obese and they eat to cope with things, and that is their coping mechanism is food. I'd say that physical response that they get from overindulging in food is even more of an actual addiction than than cannabis. Dr. Truth Teller said, as a substance abuse counselor, I can tell you that weed is addictive. Um, I'm not I'm not saying that you're wrong. And I'm not saying that what you qualify as an addiction, I completely believe you. What I am saying is that definition of addiction is wrong. Bridgeburner said, I know people that have to smoke to eat. They don't have to. They just got used to it. They got used to getting the munchie. They got used to the appetite stimulation that comes from smoking weed. There's nothing physically stopping them from eating without it, though. So again, that's not a physical addiction. That's not even a psychological addiction because they can still eat. They enjoy it more. There's people that got to jack off 10 times a day. That's a real addiction. B. White said, people have died from overeating doesn't mean food is toxic inherently. No, it doesn't. I'm not sure what point you were trying to make with that. But no, it doesn't mean that. And a fun fact, in case anybody here didn't already know, nobody in recorded history has ever died from cannabis overdose, right? I guess technically you could die from cannabis if you choke on it, you shove a bunch of it in your mouth and you choke, or somebody drops like 100 pounds of it on your head off of a building and you break your neck. But you can't physically, or as much as you feel like you're gonna die, right? You take the wrong edible and you feel like you're gonna die. You're not gonna die. So check this out, y'all. Somebody just said, hold on. I had a personal withdrawal from type 1 THC when I switched. So you're saying you had a withdrawal from cannabis. So how can you prove that? Because a withdrawal is literally your body not being able to physically function because your brain is not providing it with what it needs because you do not have a narcotic in you. So if you're saying that happened from THC, we need to get you to somewhere to get studied on ASAP. Um, this dude said weed is addictive just like cigarettes. Nicotine, which is the addictive thing in cigarettes, nicotine is a physically addictive substance. People can get physically dependent on it. So no, it is not at all like cigarettes. It's also not like cigarettes because cigarettes kill like 500,000 American people every year. So comparing weed to cigarettes or alcohol is crazy. Yeah, you could be out. You could be out. That's fine. That's completely fine. This is a 100% look. I am 100% cannabis. I'm a cannabis advocate, and I'm not. I'm just not for the spread of information. Most of everything negatively that people know about cannabis comes from the drug war or it comes from big pharma. I'm sure that y'all all remember growing up as kids hearing if you smoke weed, it kills your brain cells. If you smoke weed, it kills your brain cells. Everybody used to believe that. Turns out that's completely untrue. And where did that myth come from? What, during the Reagan era, during the drug war, they locked up a bunch of monkeys in a vacuum and pumped in cannabis smoke, and the monkeys were basically just breathing in, or was it monkeys or rats or something, just breathing in carbon dioxide from the smoke, and got brain damage. Obviously, but that doesn't mean that they got brain damage from asphyxiation, from a deprivation of oxygen. But uh, that's what I mean. And biased research and biased science has come out like that, and still does to this day. And people see it and they believe it. What's up? What's up? If anybody think if any if anybody thinks that you're physically addicted to cannabis, I challenge you to smoke like an eighth a day for 10 days and then stop cold turkey. Stop cold turkey. I want to see if you get sick, and I mean sick as in a fever, chills, throwing up. If you get seizures, if you have to be hospitalized, I want to see if you get dope sick if you just stop cold turkey. I'll put money on it because it's not going to happen because you do not get physically, uh, you just don't. No, smoking weed doesn't kill brains. Well, the idea was that THC kills brain cells. It doesn't. Now, do I think that high doses of THC in a developing brain is good or is harmful? I think that there's definitely some merit to that argument, right? Um, if you didn't know, in case you didn't know, our brains don't stop growing and developing, and all the neural connections don't stop connecting and being fully connected until we are in our mid 20s, about 25, 26 for the average person. That's when you're actually an adult because your brain stops growing and developing, and it's there and you're able to use it to its full function that you're supposed to. So do I think that while your brain is still growing, you are um exposing yourself to psychedelic experiences? No, no. And high doses of THC are absolutely psychedelic. I don't think that's good. I think that I think that people should be able to use cannabis, but I think if you're under 25 or 26, you need to really limit the amount of THC that you're consuming at one time. Because if you're using amounts that gets to the point to where you're in another dimension, faded, that can't be good for your brain development. Where are my glasses at? The bridge burner said, "I can't say people, but the effects on that Wisconsin guava are really good." And that was my first smoke of the day, so it is gonna hit a little bit extra hard, but it's just got good effects. Really heavy. I'd say that's indica dominant on the effects for sure. I know Anthony was saying that was a hybrid, a heavy hybrid, but I go ahead and say that's an indica dominant hybrid right there. I just feel really heavy and really slowed down. And like like I was sleepy and shit. Like that really just it's like the opposite of coffee. It's a little sedating. So you see what you see. So there's two people in here saying that they consider cannabis addictive, or there's a cannabis use disorder because people don't want to stop using it. But you see what I mean in the definition of addiction. If that is your definition, then almost anything that anybody enjoys on a daily basis can be considered an addiction. And as we all know, that slope is way too slippery. And we can't start calling everything an addiction. We just can't. There are people that like to smoke. There's people that like you be like, let's go out to eat, and they be like, okay, I gotta smoke first. There's people that are on their way to work, and they're like, okay, before I get to work, I gotta smoke. There's people like y'all are saying, you're gonna eat, you're gonna go watch a movie, you're gonna do whatever. There's people that just they want, but the thing is that they want to. They are not compelled to, and they are not driven to physiologically. They want to because they enjoy the experience. And that's what I mean. I'm not saying that what y'all are saying that cannabis can impact people's lives negatively. I think I need to say that really explicitly, right? Cannabis can impact people's lives negatively. Now, it's not the cannabis itself, right? It's the choices that people make. But that's anything. That's literally anything. Like I said, there's people that got to beat their meat 36 times a day. That impacts their lives very negatively. Do they have a physical addiction to that, to where they need a substance? No, but like I said, even that, or people that are compelled to eat and have food addictions, even those I could see those count as a mental addiction, or you know what? But it's not even that, right? Eating addiction or a sex addiction, those are legitimate. A gambling addiction, right? We'll throw that one in. These are legitimate, even kleptomaniacs, people that have a propensity to steal, and they can't stop. All of these things create a physical response in your body. The people that eat 200 carb meal for lunch, breakfast, and dinner, and they weigh 700 pounds. When they eat, their brain releases a bunch of dopamine and serotonin, the kind of dopamine and serotonin that requires somebody to live and function as normal, at least mentally, right? Because we're not talking on the levels where it affects your organs physically. The people that are sex addicts, when they do those sex acts, or they bust or whatever, again, their brain releases a large dose of dopamine and serotonin, which makes them feel good for whatever for whatever they're trying to escape from, or whatever they're using that. People that steal, people that gamble, each of these things, when these acts are committed, there is a physiological response in the body. And in cannabis, that does not happen. It doesn't happen. Um, Even if you feel a euphoria while being high, the euphoria is just you enjoying mostly the physical effects of the cannabinoids. It is not changing any sort of chemical makeup in your brain. Yeah, cis. That's exactly right. I saw that comment about the phlegm production earlier, and I was going to say that is that's your yeah that's a compensation for having a dry mouth from smoking. And so yeah, if you quit smoking, if you smoke every day and you quit smoking, sure you might have more saliva or you might have more phlegm, but that's not withdrawals. Again, I never said that cannabis has no negatives. I just said that the it's cannabis can impact people very negatively, but it's not the literal cannabis that causes that. It's what people do with it. Um, it's kind of like guns, right? Firearms. Guns won't kill anybody or cause any physical harm to a human being unless another human being chooses to make it do that. There's people that own guns their entire lives and never hurt a single person or even themselves. It's the things that are there. Somebody could get in a car right now and go mow down a crowd of people. Does that mean that cars them like it's what you do with it? There's nothing inherently negative about cannabis. It's just what people do with it. And since it's an ingestible thing, and since us as a society we've been conditioned that it's a drug for our entire lives, we just group in negative effects with how we see negative effects from other drugs, and we have to like get away from that line of thought. Bro, what? This conversation's crazy, dude. What the hell? Yo, thanks, Jesse. Spike, you on here talking, but I don't see you requesting to join though. Man, that Wisconsin guava is a motherfucker, man. I'm I'm buzzed, man. Alexander said, "So what is cannabis if it's not a drug?" I would say cannabis is a necessary nutrient in life, like vitamin D and zinc. Um, we draw nutrients from from herbs and plants and organic material every day. Why do they think when you're a kid they tell you eat your vegetables, right? You go on a diet of fruits and vegetables. It's good for you, right? I think that cannabis falls into that category of thing. And it could be more if you make it more. But I think at a bare minimum, cannabis is just an organic nutrient that we need to supplement um, uh, our body's lack of those nutrients. We have a natural endocannabinoid system in our bodies that is made to interact with cannabinoids. Um, it's made to make use of it. Um, so that that's what I consider it. I feel like cannabis needs to be looked at like broccoli and peas and corn and carrots. That's what it you know that's what it is. It's not a drug. Do people abuse it and use it like a drug for recreational purposes? Of course they do, but that doesn't make it a drug. Shit. Let me get my portable charger. I didn't even realize my phone's about to die, man. Um, but I want to get a guest on here. I'm not going to be on here too much longer, but I definitely want to get a guest. I'm not going to get off till somebody joins. Um, Discord people are letting us down. And by the way, y'all, if you're not in the Discord, there is the Hemp Flowers Discord. Yeah, growing reality said the endocannabinoid system needs to be utilized for us to go through homeostasis. It's funny because a lot of people describe the feeling of cannabinoid use as reaching homeostasis. Yeah, yeah. Cannabis is one of the very first domesticated plants that we as modern humans that we domesticated in China and Central Asia. Um, Before corn and beans and potatoes and wheat, before any of these things were domesticated, we had already domesticated cannabis to take advantage of it. It's that important. It's just one of those things that goes with us as organic biological beings. It's just a necessary accessory that we need. And that's why all throughout time and history, cannabis is just such an important part of our lives. Yeah, prohibition just it did awful things. It's done a lot wrong for all of society and everything. Um, that's why I'm for the what the fuck. That's why I'm for the legalization or oh shit, y'all. Hold on, look, there's some people fighting over here. Hold on. I do not want to get involved. Chicken there talking about she's gonna call it cops. I don't want no crazy dude. 'Cause I'll stab a motherfucker. He comes up banging on my window. That's gonna be the last window he banging on. I'm nosy as hell. Oh damn, those over here, damn. With cars and shit.
Your boy. Am I allowed to show my plants on stream?
Yo, what's good? Yeah, you could show your plans for sure.
All right, cool. Because I just need something to point my camera to. It was either that or my dirty ass feet. So
No, please don't show your feed.
yes, I don't need to add to the jokes on the Discord.
I think it should be illegal for it should be illegal for a grown man to show his feet in public. That should be a
That
misdemeanor.
that should be. Socks are mandatory if you're wearing the slides and shit. So how's it going, my boy?
Yo, yeah, I'm just chilling off this Wisconsin guava.
What is that new strain that they got going on?
Yeah, it's a new strain.
Who's bringing that one?
Type 3.
Oh, that's what's up. I didn't know that I didn't know that he was releasing anything new right now.
He's not releasing it for retail yet. This was just the flower that like me and Anthony got. It was just the result of the breeding project. So like the R&D flower.
Was that the result of like his stuff working out that chocolate monkey? Or is that something else?
Of the what? What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, it's because what's it called? I heard that he was doing something with like a chocolate monkey strain. Is that what that was, or is it something else?
The what strain?
Truffle monkey.
Oh no. This is a cross of this is a cross of guava jelly from High Alpine with a cross of Alpenglow and Cali Kush is one parent, and guava jelly is the other parent.
That's just
So it's just it's kind of a unique kind of purpley type of thing. It's got a little bit of gassiness to it. Hold on, let me just. Somebody said, "What's your favorite THCP hemp strain?" That doesn't exist. If you're smoking anything that's labeled as THCP flower, that means they sprayed it with solvents, and that's not
and
good
like
to smoke.
distillates and shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. What do
so
you
yeah.
got growing? Those are the clones that you showed us on 420, right?
Yeah, these three are Banana OG, and this is Critical Berries grown from Backseed.
Which
So
one?
this little baby right here is Critical Berries, actually. No clue if it's gonna end up being like male or female. I just got it out of a seed from one of my from just a nug that I broke open. I was like, fuck it, let me see if it works. So yeah,
Um, yeah, you could force it to
watering right
show
now.
sex if you wanna not waste your time, but
I mean, it's already showing the pre-flowers. Let me see if I can get it here. So I think it should be a female, but I'm not entirely sure. Right about right there on the stem.
oh damn, this dude called the cops.
That's
I
some
can't. I
shit.
can't tell from the. I can't tell from the video
That's a
unless you
shame.
see. Unless you see like actual pistols coming out. It's
I mean,
really. It's really hard to tell.
I see the little hairs already, but I'm not sure if it's too young yet. I planted
Yeah,
that like
because the beginning of male sex organs on a plant look really like they almost look like the beginnings of pistols. And then
right.
but no, they grow out into little flowers and shit. Um,
Yeah. So no clue yet, but I'm gonna see what happens. If it ends up being a male, I'll just collect the pollen and breed it with one of these clones and just do a banana OG critical berries hybrid strain cross, and then that way it'll give me a little type 2 plant.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good. That would be a pretty good thing. You could then send the resulting seeds of that on over to Patrick and get that turned into a type 3, or try to take that on yourself.
Yeah,
We always need more people breeding type 3. So maybe
yeah,
something good to start trying out.
yeah. No, I mean I'd be down to do it. It's just my issue is that unlike Patrick, I don't got no fucking in-house fucking THC CBD testing, you know, just on the ready and shit, I'd have to send my shit off to a lab every time I grew out something. But yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I feel you. What are you growing out all that type 1 for?
Just kind of mainly just because I got the opportunity to. Like I was getting this growth put together originally for type 3, and then my aunt, she lives by I don't know if you ever been, but like that Green Dragon nursery. She just was like, "Hey, you want some clones?" And I was like, "Yeah, hook it up." And here we are. And
Oh,
yeah, so I just kind of just jumped on it. Yeah, I got these clones from Green Dragon out in North Hollywood. So that's where these babies came from.
yeah.
Got
Let
them
me
growing
answer
them.
this question.
What's up?
Legal Diesel said, "Forgive me as I'm learning, but how do you grow CBD flower? Like simply, how do you prevent it from developing a high THC percentage?" You can't do that. All of these genetics are already. All of these strains are high CBD strains. So when you grow the seeds, the plants are already come out with low THC and high CBD. There's no way to force a plant to have less THC and more CBD. Like there's no trick or technique for that. You have to breed
Yeah,
it. Go
yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
it's either a high CBD plant or it isn't. That's just kind of the reality of it. Now, how do you acquire CBD plants and seeds? There's a couple of different techniques. So, for one, when you cross a CBD plant with a high THC plant, that creates what's known as a type 2, like type THC. Obviously, individuals are going to, but that's the basic process of it. So when you're like converting strains, you're basically just breeding those high CBD phenols together more and more, and that kind of creates a stable CBD crop over time. Or alternatively, if you get like some heirloom landrace strains, at landrace seeds, uh, people have actually found that there are CBD seeds among those populations, like just from regular landrace strains. So you can also get those too. So yeah, you have to have the correct seeds. That makes that's exactly what it is. It's all seed dependent. Basically,
Yeah.
just buy from a breeder that's known for having CBD seeds if you want to make it easy on yourself.
Yeah, Jesse, that was the Wisconsin guava. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't really have anything guava to it. It's more of like it's almost more of a purple. So I think the name that it has now, it wasn't named that because of it smells like guava or anything. It was named that because of the genetics. But I think any cross of that going forward or anything, we're gonna leave out, or Patrick or whoever, Anthony, I'm sure they're gonna want to leave off the guava part of that in the future. Because it's got like this kind of, it's got like a floral purple gassiness to it. So calling it guava doesn't really, it's not really fitting. But again, that happened because of the genetics, not because of the qualities of the plant. But yeah. Yeah, so what are you doing? You're just watering right now?
Yeah, just watering. Basically, I've neglected this for a couple of days, and that's pretty much it. I'm wondering if I should, maybe not yet, but I'm thinking about topping the critical berries sometime soon. It's a little young though.
No, that's when you start. That's when you start. As soon as you got a couple nodes on there, you want to start topping it to give it more time to veg and grow out those new nodes.
Yeah, I just don't know how. I already forgot how long I've had it in here. I had to guess probably like 3 weeks already, or maybe two.
Yeah. Yeah, that very top node that's growing out, as soon as that has enough on there that you could distinctively separate it from the rest of the plant, do it.
So you're talking about like this little bit right here between these two
Yeah,
little
that
leaves?
very top isolated growth. That's
Gotcha.
that top
I'm
node.
gonna just
Yeah.
just pluck it right off.
Yep. And the good thing is
Hey,
that even if you do it fucked up, um, you could end up getting more than two tops. You know, you could end up getting three or four if you fuck up
nice.
the topping.
Yep. That's what I did with all the other ones. With the banana jeans, I didn't even top them properly. I just trimmed them. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then good to know. Yeah, no, I waited a little long for the banana OG to get to top them.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks good though. Definitely don't have a nitrogen shortage going on.
Yeah,
Those
no,
plants are very green.
yeah, I mean, they're all in ocean forests, so they're gonna be a little hot. But once I get this run done, hopefully some of the nitrogen's burned off, and that'll lead to the next run being a little better.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Whew. Wait,
Let me
how
see.
long
I
do we
wanted
have?
to answer somebody's question. Somebody said,
Oh, my girl's here in the chat.
somebody asked before 2018, was anyone smoking CBD flower? One time in 2015, I got curious. Yeah, yeah, I've been smoking CBD flower since before it was called hemp. So I actually recently found a picture of a pickup of Harlequin from 420 of 2014, I believe. I went to a dispensary in West Hollywood and got an eighth of Harlequin. And I recently found a picture of it. It's actually a pretty good picture considering I had like a Galaxy S10 or something back, or no, a Galaxy S5 back then. But I'll post that picture on the Discord later on. But I got a really good picture of, yeah, and that was what would be considered hemp now. It was like, it was like 16% CBD and like 0.8% total THC. But back then, there was no such thing as like smokable hemp or the CBD flower was such a new thing. Back then, they just called it high CBD marijuana or low THC marijuana. So it was sold under the same marijuana rules and dispensaries and everything. It was hard to find though, but y'all got to remind me on the Discord later to post a picture of that. It was some Harlequin, really good stuff too. It was about as good quality as the best hemp we have today.
Huh. Honestly, I kind of feel from a marketing perspective, it'd be better if we kind of went back to that kind of nomenclature. Because I feel like when most people hear the phrase hemp, they think of like fucking like ditch weed or like kind of just bush weed and shit, and like they don't think of like you know good high quality cannabis. You know what I mean? I feel like for a lot of people, like if we wanted to expand the market and shit, it would probably be better to just call it CBD bud or low THC. Like just go back to calling it low THC weed.
Yeah, outside of the community, I call it CBD flower. I used to call it hemp flower, but that term hemp flower got way too convoluted or diluted or whatever. And so
Yeah.
now to really be more specific and I think it just sounds better, I just call it CBD flower. So that people aren't, because a lot of people think that hemp is a separate species of cannabis that
Right.
only grows for fiber. They don't realize that it's just industrial cannabis basically that has low THC because it's never needed to have high THC. So
Something I've
yeah,
been
I
meaning to
call it
pick your brain
CBD
about.
flower.
Do you think the reputation of like mailable hemp will ever recover from like the damage that like the Cult of the Franklin Boys like kind of put on it?
I think I think it's possible if the mail order type 1 stuff ever comes to an end and we have a few years of it just being CBD flower. Yeah.
Because whenever I tell people that I want to like get like a because I do want to get like a CBD business going at some point in the future. People always think like I'm basically setting myself up to get arrested because I think I'm just going to be mailing out like just regular type 1 flower and shit. So it's kind of frustrating having these conversations with people not really in the loop.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking what's your favorite fog pod from Neverwinter Botanicals.
Uh, the one I have with me, it's the they don't label them. I think this is the strawberry fun dip, I believe is my favorite one.
Whew.
Um, these are really good and portable and discreet. They're super tiny. You see, this is smaller than a lighter. Like, check out this clipper lighter. The fog pod is smaller than that. Use code, what is it, Shabazz? I think it's just Shabazz, all caps, and Neverwinter to get a discount on these. But yeah, the strawberry fun dip I think is my favorite flavor. Um, yeah, lemon heads is pretty good too. Yeah, lately I always carry a fog pod with me. Lately I carry a primary Jane cart too. Um, Actually, lately I've been having Type 3 carts, but those are those are so limited. You know, once that goes, it goes. But the fog pod. Actually, you know what, y'all? There's a new edition of the fog pods that's going to be coming out. They're new and upgraded. They got new packaging, USB Type C charging, and everything. So those will be dope.
That's just and did you ever have any problems with Type 3's cartridges clogging at all or not?
Because there's no terpenes added to those, and there's no like liquefaction chemicals like PGR or anything added to those. Um, they can harden or crystallize just because it's pure it's pure rosin or live resin. So
Gotcha.
it can definitely crystallize and then clog it up. But what you can do with that though is just take like a heat gun or a blow dryer and heat it up so everything on the insides melts and starts moving again.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. Because I got me a Blue Zeri cart, like that one of the first drops he announced in the Discord, and just like I loved the fucking taste of it. It was just like I had to hit that shit like for 20 minutes back to back to get any consistent draws out of it. So yeah,
Yeah, you
my
definitely
girl
want
is
to stop.
confirming it.
Yeah, stop and take a blow dryer to it and get everything in there nice and liquidy. You know, eventually what's going to happen is there's not going to be enough in there at all to wick the wick on the inside anymore. And so what I recommend doing is taking the card apart and scraping out all the rosin that's left in there and just roll it into a joint or put it on top of a bowl or something. So nothing goes to waste
I
because that's so good you don't want to waste none.
I would fucking kill to be able to buy straight dabs from fucking Patrick though. Now that would be the fucking shit.
Yeah. I think carts make concentrates really good though. They make it really convenient. It's such a
They
universal thing
they
people
abs-
carry. Ah,
they absolutely do. I don't know. Like for me, it's just like I've been having an interest of like I've joined the dab gang and just like smoking concentrates along the flower, and it's just like it's been hard for me to look back on carts because you do lose a lot of the flavors and shit once you move away from just having to be battery powered. or when you, or rather, you lose flavor when you use like just regular batteries and shit. And it just doesn't. It just don't hit the same, in my opinion.
Yeah. Christina said, "Do y'all really get a buzz from CBD?" Absolutely. You get all
Yeah.
the benefits of cannabis, you just don't get high. So you get the same sedation. You could get, if it's an indica, you get sleepy. You get the munchies. Your eyes get low. Right now, my eyes are low because of that Wisconsin guava I smoked. Really, um, that one's definitely an indica dominant. It really like made me sleepy. So you get everything you get from smoking weed. You just don't get high, and that's what's so good about it. You remain completely in control of your thoughts. Um, Xander Botanical said concentrates never do what flour does for me. They won't, and that's because the CBD concentration in concentrates is much higher than in flour. So when you do a say a live resin or a rosin that's made from CBD flour, you're actually getting way more CBD than THC that you get in the flour. And a large part of the effects that you get from CBD flour is the entourage of the THC microdose in there along with the CBD, right? CBD uses that microdose of THC as a catalyst to cause effects. But when you have so much THC, it just completely overpowers, or when you have so much CBD, like in a concentrate, that it completely overpowers the THC, what you end up feeling a lot less effects. Something a lot of people don't know is that CBD, along with other cannabinoids like CBG, THCV, its claim, those actually counteract delta 9 THC. So the more CBD, you want to maintain ratios. Uh, um, Jesse, I was reading about what happened with your wife, man. I hope she's good. I hope y'all are cool and everything comes out copacetic.
All good wishes over here.
God damn, man, all my fucking lighters are. Ugh.
You gotta get the clipper lighters, all the refillable ones.
That's all I got. I
Just haven't
carry
refilled
around
none
a
of them.
bunch of them, and they just well, this one's a new one, so here this is.
You got a preferred like butane brand or not? You just kind of get whatever.
Nope. I buy whatever butane is cheapest and accessible.
Really? Because I've read that apparently higher quality butane leaves behind like less of a taste and shit, but I can't verify that or
I feel like
really.
that's such a minute difference. It's not even worth trying to mess with, you know.
I guess to be fair, most of the people I hear that from are like cigar smokers and shit. So people who have the money to just throw away on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that just refilling the water right now.
That's what's up.
Got me a
Yeah,
little
man.
2-gallon hand pump.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming on the live though. It was cool to
Yeah,
show to see your plants. I hope that critical
yeah.
berry ends up being a female, because the cool thing about that is that where'd you get the bag seed for that?
Uh, Rogue actually just cracked open a nug and it was just floating around in there in the grinder. So I was like, you know what? Let me just throw this between the two towels and see what happens.
Yeah, well, the cool thing about that is, I mean, it could have came from a Hermid critical berries plant, but most likely it came from a Hermid other plant in the field. So that could be half anything else that Rogue was growing, you know. So that could be half uh, 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 raspberry bear claw. That could be half lemon octane. That could be half um, Bubba Kush, you know, whatever else they got. So
Watch my fucking luck be that it's some fucking sour brulee.
do they
Sour
have that
brulee.
strain?
Yeah, they have sour brulee, sour space candy, fucking lifter. They
Oh no, if you're really
uh
lucky, it'll be half lifter and you'll have critical lifter, the shittiest good
oh,
strain in existence.
watch that shit be some fucking fire, and I have the new strain that makes the rounds. Oh, Critical lifter. It could be some fucking critical CBG. Uh, well, Jesse, if you got some fucking smalls from Rogue, I combed through them. I've gotten a few seeds out of my critical berries.
The
Critical
critical
lifters.
name in cannabis is really good, so I feel like anything that crosses with critical berries and you could give it that continue on that critical name, like shit just naturally sounds good, like critical cook, critical
Yeah.
OG. Like that just sounds fire just naturally. So
What would you call the cross between what's it called? What would you call the cross between banana OG and critical berries?
um uh I mean, with just going based on lineage, I mean, obviously you could call it like banana critical or critical banana, or critical bananas, um, or you could go the other way and keep the OG
Right.
and call it something OG.
Banana
It's got
berry OG.
Yeah, but that's whack as fuck. Banana berry OG. You got to call it something better, like Jamba Juice OG or something. You got to think about where is bananas and berries combined. Yeah,
Right.
like
Critical
a smoothie
smoothie.
or something. And then stick the OG on that. Because if you call it banana berry OG, then you're just continuing on this horrendous naming convention that hemp has had for the last few years. Um,
Smoothie
crit-
OG. That's
critical
got the
nanas. No, but yeah, that's what
critical manners.
I would call it something like that. Like I would go on Jamba Juice website and see what smoothies they have that are mixed with banana and kind of take inspiration from maybe one of those names and then slap
Right.
the OG on it.
Right. Banana Aries is dope. Like, you know what? I think I might actually just end up crossing it then. Fuck it. I want me some type twos. I have yet to. Truth be told, I actually have yet to try a type two. Period. That's yet been in my lungs.
You said what?
I have yet to try a type two strain ever. It is just not. It just I've never actually smoked a type two before.
Are you talking about Type 3 as in the company?
No, I'm saying I've never smoked a type two. Like I haven't smoked like
Oh,
a
oh,
one to
oh,
one strain ever.
a Type 2. I see what you mean. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, never,
Yeah, yeah.
never.
Okay. Um,
So,
yeah, I'd say start off with like a mild Type 2, like something that's more CBD dominant, and go from like get Holy City has some. They're not the tastiest things ever, but as far as ratio wise, Holy City has some. They have some good ratio stuff. It's like I'm trying to think. What do they have? They had like they had like a 7 or a 8 to 1 or something like that.
yeah.
I think. Or no. Or like a 8 to 2, which would be a 4 to 1, or like a 5 to 1. Anyways, you get my point. But Critical or Holy City, they have a decent selection of Type 2s at different. I think what the best thing is that it comes at different ratios, so you could kind of determine how strong of a Type 2. Because you definitely don't want to start off at like a 1 to 1, because
For
that'll
sure.
still fuck you up, especially if you're THC sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting. I feel like I'm not as sensitive as I used to be ever since I started smoking Type 3. Like, I feel like there's more of a buffer that like has built up over time that I didn't have before. So I wanted to try the different ratios because I recently started smoking Type 1 again. Got me some Ken Dog from a dispensary and it was pretty chill. It was a good time. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that means you're not super THC sensitive. Somebody in the chat said, where's a good place to get type 2 and 3 seeds? But everybody always says the default shit, right? Everybody always says Hoku, everybody always says high alpine. But a lot of people sleep on shit like seedsman seeds, multiverse beans, who else? Is it North Atlantic Seed Co? They have
Yeah,
a
North
decent
Atlantic's a
little
big one.
so yeah, they have a decent little selection of type 2s and 3s. Um so I think yeah, people always recommend, oh, go to Hoku, go to High Alpine. But if you want some more exotic shit, especially in the type 2s, go with like the more European seed banks. Tribe of the North says, hey Shabazz, first time I actually got to be on the live stream with you. Hold on. Got some cheddar nibs with a touch of Dispo mint biscuits tonight. That whole thing sounds British. You got some cheddar nibs with some mint biscuits while you sit
Because
down and
I have
watch the
no idea what to say.
BBC.
I'm happy for him though. I just don't know what it means.
Now, the cheddar nibs is a unfortunately named cross or pheno from Beliefer.
Really?
And it's just a coincidence that this dude is also smoking mint biscuits. That sounds like what the Queen would be smoking, some mint biscuits. Uh, but what's up? I'm glad that you're on the live. Caught the live. Shout out to everybody. Let's see, what time is it? It's already almost 8 o'clock. So it's almost 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 9 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time. Well, no, I definitely skipped. Y'all get what I mean, though. You get the point.
It's a little
Shout
later.
out to shout out to everybody who's watching on this Friday night. We don't got shit to do, so it's just on here on the live. Yeah, man, I wanna give an opportunity if anybody else wants to get on, but I appreciate you getting on and showing us your plans.
No problem. Always a fan of the channel, fan of the Discord. Gotta show up for the people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. We always see you on Discord, and everybody needs to go join the Discord. If you don't join the Discord, I don't know what you're doing with your life, with your free time, because you should be on the Hemp Flowers Discord.
What are some new farms that you're paying attention to these days that are catching your attention?
Cowden Hemp Co. are the
That's
new
the main one.
that's the new one on the scene that's really getting everybody's attention.
Not that new though, because I remember they were around like back in 2020ish, right? Because I have a DM from them actually from like
They
way back in the day.
they only
Fucking
sold wholesale. That's why. So
right.
they're just now moving to retail and doing instead of just growing huge rooms of one strain to sell pounds and pounds of, he's now switching to doing multiple strains per room for the retail thing. But yeah, new hemp farms. Put it like this: hemp farms and hemp companies are they're disappearing faster than they're appearing. So it's
Gotcha.
really rare. It's really rare for new hemp growers to pop up.
So it's just
It's
whoever's passionate about the game is whoever's staying, basically.
Yeah, so it's just we got a lot of legacy places. Like for example, when Type 3, when he joined the game last year, it was a major disruption because here's this completely new grower and somebody who's breeding, and then they just come and drop this new quality and new direction that the hemp scene hasn't had. So we need more of that. We need more passionate people that have the time and money to invest into a proper operation to get into it. But yeah, we'll see. But all right, yeah, I'm gonna try to get somebody else on here, man. I'll
All right,
catch you
for
on the
sure.
Discord.
How do I exit out of this? Because I've never done this before.
I got you. Peace. Yeah, let's get somebody else new on the live. Um, before we close out, let's get somebody else new on there. Also, I need y'all to go buy the Lil Smokies Panzer Harvest if you haven't. Also, Shabazz Moonrock. Also, you need to cop the merch, and also you need to go join the Discord. So if you haven't done any of those 4 things, I need you to go do that right now. And smash that like button. No, I'm just playing. I'm not. Well, please do smash the like button, but I'm not gonna be that cringe about it. I got a really nice buzz going on that Wisconsin guava, and then I smoked that joint of critical berries right after it. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed, man. I'm tired, dude. Maybe we could hop on some Warzone tonight a little bit. Even though I already know shit, it's damn near Patrick's bedtime. It's gonna be his bedtime by the time I get home. We'll see if Spike's not too scared to get on. Um Yeah, Jesse, whenever you place an order for the Smokies, I'll make sure you get a little upgrade or something for your volunteer services as Deputy Jesse. Uh oh, you see, Patrick's talking about he's sleepy already. He went and got the meats like Arby's and shit, and now he's about to keel over. Bro just went and got overwhelmingly meat filled. He got filled with meat. Like he says, assaulted with meat. Just put a whole lot of meat in his mouth. Yeah, you see what I mean? In the chat, they're talking about Lil Smokies raises your credit score. So there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to get the Lil Smoky. Growing Reality said Lil Smokies have been proven to grow your penile area. Tribe of the North said, when's your next drop of Type 3? Oh, man, he's going to be disappointed when he finds out about Thailand. Damn, that was crazy. The fighting people just left. The sheriff deputy was out here and everything. Custody issue. Because they were fighting over the little girls, and the cops came, and that's unfortunate to see, though. I hate when I see people fighting over like custody and shit like that, and who can see the kids and shit, because all that means is that one of the two parents is being petty and is not doing what's best for the kids. Because what's best for the kids is to spend equal time with both parents. Kids need to bond and live equally with both parents. And so when you have one party, whether that be the mom or the dad, and out of spite or bitterness or anger or whatever the fuck their problem is, they are preventing that from happening. That's just unfortunate. It's petty. People like that, I don't want to say that by default that makes you a bad parent, but if you got those type of issues and that's how you react to situations, just don't have kids, you know? And that's fine. Not everybody needs to have kids, you know, because you gotta you gotta do what's in the best. You gotta do what's always in the best interest of the children. Because remember, kids can't make decisions for themselves, and not only that, even if they could, kids don't know how to properly think for themselves. Right? They don't know what's good for them and what's not. That's the job of parents. And so we have to take it upon ourselves. Um, if you have children with somebody and you're not you're not in a relationship with the other parent anymore, you both as parents, if you care about them kids and you love them kids, you gotta make sure you do what's in their best interest. So anyways, yeah, I went off on a tangent because then people were fighting, and that's just unfortunate because there was two little girls in the back seat, and I've been there, done that, and shit. Like I say, when it comes to my kids and stuff, I just want what's best for them. It's not about what I want. Um, it's not about what I don't want for their moms. Um, it's got to be about what's best for them. Yeah, a whole lot of people wish they could pre-order Type 3, but then if that was a thing, then Type 3's flour would permanently be on pre-order, and then nobody would be able to buy it. So that's kind of pointless. Oh, I'm tripping, man. Y'all, I just have this combination of being sleepy and being buzzed off the flower, so I am completely zoning out. Um, I completely forgot I was even on live for a quick second, man. Oh yeah, my bad. I was trying to secure a good parking spot. So if you heard any sort of noises, that's going to be vehicle related, right? Because I tell y'all, when I come do these lives and shit, it's because I gotta either me or Miss Shabazz gotta make a trip in the Target, and so I post up, like a street lamp outside of Target and do this shit. What do I have against Flow Gardens? Flow Gardens. I don't have any. First of all, I don't have anything against Flow Gardens, right? Like, there's no Flow Gardens never did anything to me. They haven't like stolen from anybody or sold like dangerous flower or anything like that. It's just I have a problem with the way they run their business. Flow Gardens is really just really about the money. You could tell that it's just they have money that they have old money they put into that, and they are looking at it that as an investment that has to produce a profit at all costs, which is fine. That's what a business is supposed to do. But I just feel like when it comes to cannabis, you have to have some heart and some passion into what you're doing. Otherwise, everything is just shitty, like with those what they call MSOs out east. Um, and I just feel like Flow Gardens is like that. They just put money first. They put money first. And you could see it in multiple ways. And like one of the main ways is just that their flour and their stuff is more expensive than everybody else's. And then it becomes really apparent that when the whole Type 1 wave started coming on and stuff, Flow Gardens, like a lot of companies, but this is just another thing Flow Gardens did. They put pretty much all of their energy and time into producing and reselling and selling Type 1 flour, and just really abandoned, I don't want to say abandoned completely, but really put their CBD and stuff on the back burner. But it's a lot of things. A big part of it is the price. Um, Flow has done some scandalous stuff on social media, with their customer service and stuff, just acting really petty and childish and stuff in the past. And just, like I said, I don't hate Flow. I don't have anything against him. I would never, if Flow has stuff I like, I would never say that I don't like it or tell people not to get it. You know, it's just, like I said, me and Flow don't see eye to eye. Flow really runs their business 100% like a business. And I just like to see cannabis producers having some kind of heart in it, other than making it all about the money. Because if you're growing cannabis and it's all about the money for you, then what's to say that you're not just going to go the easy route and start throwing in PGRs and all types of synthetic newts and shit to increase your harvest and everything? Like, you see what I mean? So, yo, what's up, Stickworm Jim? God damn, man. Uh, yeah, major shout out to Stickworm Jim. Stickworm Jim was a major contributing factor for the High Times Hemp Cup video. Like I said, I crowdfunded that purchase, and he was a major contributor to that. So major shout out to him. Yeah, Cottonmouth. Man, I'm over here rolling their weed and shit. Man, people used to do all types of stuff to increase the weight. It's crazy how we're in 2024 and we got spray packs. Is a legitimate problem in the cannabis world right now. Everything that we know about weed, how cheap and easily accessible cannabis is across the country, and we got people. Not only do we have people making and selling spray packs, but we got people that are going out of their way to buy it. That's what's crazy, man. The New York cats, I don't know, they always been a little bit off when it came to their weed. They were always a kind of a take what, we got to take what we can get type of thing. And so the spray packs, I think, is just an extension of that. I don't think they have like any kind of hardcore dedication to cannabis. I'm sure some people do, but some people just want to get high. Some people just want to get high, and they want it to taste and smell the way they want it to while they're getting high. And that's the spray pack consumer right there. Yeah, the new hemp bill will kill THCA if it passes. If they put the ban on THC like they want to, it will definitely kill the type 1. That's what they're going for. That's the whole purpose of it. They're trying to kill the selling of type 1 online, as well as altnoids like Delta 8 and HHC. Basically, they're trying to end people being able to get high off of legal hemp. That's the whole point of it. Xander Botanicals, I don't toss really anything unless it's legitimately trash. Unless it's legitimately trash to where I feel like it's just not smokable. Um, Everything else I give away though. I give away to people I know. I give away to my brother. I do giveaways on Discord. I do giveaways on Patreon. Um, I'm always giving stuff away. So anything I don't use, it doesn't go in the trash. Trust me, I don't do the wastage of cannabis. Mar Almighty said, discover your page looking for hemp reviews. Glad I did. I recently stopped smoking high THC strains due to crazy panic attacks all of a sudden, and I'm an avid smoker. Did you have the same experience? Yep, that's pretty much this experience that all of us had in here had. Um, Whether it happened overnight or it happened gradually, pretty much all of the diehard CBD flower smokers, man, my nose itches. Almost all of the diehard CBD flower smokers started developing a sensitivity to THC and getting a negative reaction to it. Yeah, y'all got to join the Discord though, because you see the type of conversations that I'm just having with y'all on a screen on the live. That's the type of conversation that we have in the Discord all day and night. And obviously, not everybody can be on there all night and all day, but it's just there's a lot of people on there. So at any given time, you go in there and you can have some type of dope conversation or get your questions answered. Stickworm Jim said, he said, what exactly was in the Smokies? So in the Smokies, it's it's a blend of basically the most indica expressing Zoe Therapeutics plants when I went up to Oregon. Basically, the ones that I saw had the most landrace Afghani looking morphology, as well as effects, but just the way the plants looked really had a big part in it. But I took three different strains from up in Oregon that I personally saw before they were harvested. The most Afghani like plants. So it's a combination of those, and then the Lil Smokies are then infused with hash that's made from those same strains. So basically, what you have is just a ultra indica, ultra Afghani, ultra Kush blend that hits you right where it needs to hit you. Right. You know, it gives you that Mike Tyson 1-2, and that's the whole point of it, because that's that authentic Afghani experience. Just a really dank, loud, nasty, sleepy, sedating, pain relieving, relaxing uh, cannabis experience. Okay, all right. Jesse said, "I just threw away a pack of pre rolls that weren't worth a fuck, even though they were from a vendor I like the pre rolls." Yeah, and so Jesse, that's like I've said many times, the reason why me and Type 3 came up with the idea for the Lil Smokies is because every single pre-roll, every single hemp pre-roll that you could buy was subpar. It was just made with throwaway material like shake and trim and biomass. And so the whole idea behind those Smokies is just to provide the hemp flower, CBD flower world with a high quality pre-roll. And the only reason you want something like that is for convenience. And so you're paying for the convenience, because obviously anybody can make pre-rolls. Obviously and anybody can roll their joints or pack a bowl into your bong. But that's the whole point of the convenience, and that's the whole point of buying a good quality pre-roll, is for when you don't have time to do that. some people don't like the way they roll. They don't think they roll good enough, and so they like pre-rolls. There's a myriad of reasons of why you want or need pre-rolls. But the Lil Smokies is basically just meant to give you a guaranteed high quality pre-roll experience, right? Because all of the flour that is in the Lil Smokies is full flour. It's the exact same flour that you would buy to smoke. It's not trim, it's not biomass, it's not shake, none of that. So oh, this dude said, if you could snap your fingers and magically seed every single girl in the world with a single land rate, I wouldn't do that, dude. I wouldn't seed every girl in the world with one thing because that would just ruin everything. Like, think about how many decades people have been isolating genes and keeping like lineages alive. Like, first of all, that would ruin all of the other land race. That would be catastrophic for the world of cannabis. Wait, Jesse, I didn't see that. What company are you talking about? The pre rolls? Yeah, growing reality. If you want to smoke a good J, first of all, you need to learn how to roll a good joint or buy some cones. But second of all, definitely buy some Lil Smokies so you could get a good joint smoking experience. Oh, the Bubba Kush pre rolls from Rogue. Look, this is my experience with the CBD world, right? It doesn't matter what company makes the pre rolls; they're all going to be trashed because all of these hemp companies make their pre rolls with trim and shake. They just all do. And again, that's why we made the Lil Smokies, was to change that. And now Lil Smokies are the only pre-rolls available on the market that are made with whole full smokable flour. Hand trimmed. Hand trimmed. Full smokable flour. The Panshare Smokies is hand trimmed flour, not even smalls. It's full size nug mixed with hash. Yo, before we close this out, let's get somebody else on the live. Come on now, don't be scared. Let's get one more person in the live. Let's get Tony. Let's get Spike. Let's get Jesse. Somebody, because I if I keep going too much longer, you're gonna see me here asleep in this car. I gotta go pick up a few items. Oh man. If not, if nobody wants to join, nobody wants to join. That's cool. No pressure. I hope that everybody is having a great Friday night, though. I hope you're having a great Friday night. Oh, I got some. I got some in the mail. Actually, I got a. I don't know. I might post on the Discord. But I got something new. It's nothing too crazy, but it's just something new that I've been wanting to try. Um, I know all about it. I just haven't physically sat down and really tried to um, experience it. really well on my own. So that'll be dope. Crazy. Um, yeah, Captain Crazy, no problem, man. I'm just sleepy, dude. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy, and then them two joints I smoke just kind of really, they just they did a number on me. Oh yeah, that's right, Jesse. My bad. I forgot you're at the hospital. I mean, I didn't forget. I just wasn't thinking about it. I don't have a knack for being in front of a crowd. I'm actually really shy. Um, I care about what I'm talking about enough that I put that to the side so I could get the word out. Is Type 3 gonna drop any concentrates? I don't know. Is he? I'm sure Type 3 is gonna drop more concentrate vape carts. Like the 510 carts, like the Blueberry and stuff. Um, um, no, yeah, this has been a long live though. Shit, it's 2.5 hours. I do need an energy boost. So I've been tired, man. I got my sleep interrupted today, and just ever since then, I just it was I got caught in that part of the sleep cycle, and I never got out of it. And I just been feeling ready to go back to sleep all day. Like I've just been on that mode where I could just lay down and fall asleep, like all afternoon. Ugh. Um, you didn't miss out too much on the brulee, and I know some people are gonna be mad. I know Type 3 is gonna not like me saying that, but I just personally think the sour brulee, aka the spikes recycling from Type 3, is just a really well grown sour brulee, right? It was grown by Type 3, so it's the kind of thing where like he brought the absolute maximum out of that genetic. There's nothing more that can be done with that. He made the plant reach its absolute like maximum potential. And in seeing that, it just it's Oregon CBD, man. It's smells like Sprite and lemon lime and like floral earthiness and stuff. And I just feel like sour brulee is an appropriate strain for back at the beginning in like 2018, 2019. I'm just not feeling it. If you like the strain, if you like sour brulee and that's a strain that you're into, then you will love it from Type 3 because again, that's like the best that it could be. That's its maximum potential. But if you're not a fan of strains that aren't like super gassy, super dank, or super skunky or whatever, um, you're not going to be too into it. I will say the cakeberry brulee is a little bit better. And I think that Sour Chem out of that round of genetics from Oregon CBD, Sour Chem is probably the best one and has the most potential. Yeah, Catasu said, yeah, it's expertly grown mids. Yeah, and it's only mids again because of the genetic. It's just a genetic that's not very strong. It don't have a lot going for it. It don't have a ton of potential, but it was expertly grown. You know, I think Patrick brought out 100% of what that strain can do. You know, I don't think it could get any gassier or skunkier. It's just not in the genetic. Um, I honestly I honestly don't even think that it needs to be continued, like being crossed to try to make it gassier and stuff. I don't know. Maybe if you take away that like Sprite sour space candy type smell and just kind of isolate that lemon lime and hit it with something really gassy so that you get a nice gassy lemon lime, 2006, 2007 lemon lime, a stanky lemon lime hydro strain, mystery genetic. You don't know what it is. You just know it's some stanky lemon lime, something like that. Then maybe. But I'm not a big fan of that genetic, man. I don't think any sativa hybrids are on level it was from Type 3. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, no, yeah. Type 3 is crossing it to the R2Z2. So, like I said, if it ends up being like a stanky, super gassy, like lemon lime type of strain, which I could see it definitely has that in it, then it might be worth something. But I would rather see the cakeberry brulee get worked on and the sour chem. Those are the two I think have the most potential for creating like good crosses. But we'll see what happens with the spikes recycling though. Um, it can't be associated with Spike anymore if it turns out like really fire. You gotta leave Spike's name off that. Unless you're talking about Call of Duty. Growing Reality said I would love to see critical berries and lemon octane getting crossed. I promise you that those seeds exist in somebody's bag right now. They just don't know it. But those seeds exist. Hermie lemon octane pollinated a critical berry somewhere in southern Oregon, and the seeds are in somebody's mylar chilling right now. That's an easy one though. Lemon octane and critical berries. The seeds, pollen, all that's very widely available. I'm not sure what I would like to see critical berries crossed with. I don't know. What I think I'm more hyped up for is some Type 3 Girl Scout cookies, stuff like that. I want to, like I always said, I want a jar of CBD dominant Girl Scout cookies sitting on my desk. And it's not even like me and Patrick were saying at this point, um, Girl Scout cookies ain't even exotic anymore. It's just a standard strain. But I feel like we need to go back and get all those standard strains into CBD format. And there's a lot of them. Girl Scout cookies is one of the newer ones too. Because what I'm thinking of is going all the way back to AK-47, Trainwreck, Northern Lights, White Widow, uh, um, all those classics, all those classics from back then, like just the staple strains, Sour Diesel, you know, Blue Dream. I want to see all of those made, even Gorilla Glue, because you know Oregon CBD crossed Gorilla Glue into their stuff. That's how they made the Sour Brulee, the Super Sour Space Candy, and all that. But no, I want to see an actual Gorilla Glue conversion where the Gorilla Glue characteristics are kept, but the chemotype is type 3. And there's already some good Gorilla Glue genetics available, type 2, and that's going to be the ones that 5 Leaf Wellness has, which is just the type 2 Gorilla Glue, or they call it Gorilla CBD. But I would like to see that type 2 Gorilla CBD converted into a stable type 3. But just all them classic strains like that. I want to see all those made into CBD. And then, but I was gonna say, and then all the exotics, but we already got type 3 working on all those exotics already. He's bringing the exotics to the type 3 world. It's kind of scary because it's being said that once type 3 releases all of these exotic conversions, everything that we think is good is going to be completely irrelevant. And it's kind of crazy imagining a world like that, right? Imagine a world where BK59, we see that as like, man, you know, the Abacus Diesel, all the critical berries, and the even shit like the Reddit cut and Dark Seeker and R2Z2 and all of these like really good strains. Like just imagine the type of shit that has to come out that makes all of that seem mediocre. And we're coming up on that later this year, probably. So that's gonna be crazy. Oh yeah, man. It's been great. We're almost at 3 hours though. I think I'm gonna end it right here. Um I need to get home. Do some stuff. So yeah, you know, my final closing remarks. Make sure that you go join the Discord. The link is in all my video descriptions as well as my Instagram bio. Make sure you go buy some Little Smokies, Panzer Harvest. Make sure you buy some Shabazz Moon Rocks. Make sure you check out my merch, and just remember I have coupon codes for most of the good reputable companies. I have coupon codes, so you don't got to pay full price. So just always remember when you place a purchase, to go look for those codes or ask me or somebody else what they might be. Most of them are just Shabazz, but some of them are like Shabazz 20. Like Holy City is We Love Shabazz. Most of them is just my name, but go check everything out, man. Yeah, Jesse, you might be onto something, man. Like I said, we got a few things cooking up for the rest of this year. A couple new products, a couple new niche products like that I want to bring to the CBD world. So just stay tuned. Yeah, yeah, and everybody who's out east, is late out there. And have a good night. Well, everybody have a good rest of your night. You know, um, have fun in a safe, responsible way. Whatever that means. If that means you're going to the Asian massage parlor, if that means you're drinking a few beers, that means you're rolling up a joint. That means you're gonna get sweaty watching cops. Whatever it is that you do, a bukkake party, uh, an intense round of some chips and dip. You're gonna work on the old fixer car. Whatever it is that you're into and that you're gonna do. I hope everybody just has a good time. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weekend. Um, I'm gonna catch you on the Discord though. All right. Make sure you go check out the new High Times Hemp Cup video. I think everybody needs to check that out. Um, but I'm gonna catch y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all. Let me go. Let me go handle my business before I fall asleep. All right. Love y'all, man.